In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to land on the surface of the moon only using F1 engines. No, I'm joking. This is actually going to be a live stream. Obviously, I'm here, and we're going to be attempting to land on the moon using nothing but the F1 engines because I thought, why the hell not? It's gonna be pain. It's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be quite tricky to figure out exactly how to perform a suicide burn so that we can get this F1 engine on the screen, land it on the surface of the moon, and then return to Earth. I don't know what is going to be on top. Maybe we'll have some Kerbals. Maybe we'll do something. I'm not entirely sure, but hello everyone and welcome to the stream. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one today because I've actually got a housewarming party that I need to go to in about 3 hours. So I'm only going to be streaming for max maybe 2.5 hours. So I'm going to try and get it done as quickly as possible. But if I don't get this all done in today's stream, I might do another stream. And this will be making its way to a video. But anyway, I'm going to play some music and I'm going to have a look at the chat and see what everyone is saying. Carnasa, do the Saturn V orbital assembly. See, I might do that, but that's going to be a really long series of videos, and it's just a lot of effort for probably not a lot of views. I don't know. It might be fun to do, but I'll see. I'll see. Big man. I'm not really. I'm small. I'm only very small. Time to Norwegian accent. I don't actually know how to do a Norwegian accent. I know like really memey Swedish accents and stuff. Does Swedish sound the same as Norwegian, or is that really offensive to both Swedish and Norwegian culture? I've got no idea. I think I've been told before that Swedes and Norwegians and Finnish and Danish people don't like being referred to as Scandinavian, and it's like the Scandinavian countries. I've been told that before, but I don't know. You have to speak like Magnus Carlsen. I don't actually know who that is. And 4 half-grated blocks of cheese to the moon. Okay, yeah. Why would we take cheese to the moon when we can already find cheese on the moon? That's the entire reason for the video, the film, the Grand Day Out. I can't remember exactly what it's called. The Wallace and Gromit film where they go to the moon because they've run out of cheese and they decide rather than going to their local Tesco, what they will do is they'll build a friggin' rocket, fly to the moon, and get some of the lunar cheese. Yes, because that makes perfect sense. So, Carnasa, do you know how to get the infrared telescope to work in research bodies? Research bodies, when I used it for the beginning of Coming Home, was a little bit wonky. So I don't really know an awful lot about that mod. I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit because I want to be able to hear, and hopefully it's not going to be too loud for everyone else. But what we are going to do is actually come into the game, and yeah, this was just for the thumbnail. We've got we've got an F1 engine with some RCS pods on it, and yeah, I just needed those so I could position it to get, you know, a really beautiful thumbnail shot, and that's it. But we're not going to be looking at this. What I'm going to do is we are going to revert to the vehicle assembly, and we're actually going to build something. Does the cheese taste better? What lunar cheese? Lunar cheese, does it taste better than regular cheese? I mean, it's a lot more exotic, so maybe it does. It's probably quite costly as well. I imagine getting cheese back from the surface of the moon is going to cost you quite a bit more than going to, say, Tesco's or Aldi or Sainsbury's, where you can pick up a block of mature cheddar for about £2 or £2.50. I've not bought cheese for a long time. I'm not sure if that's how much it costs at the moment. Lunar cheese is the best. I imagine lunar cheese is the best. So, there are people saying that they'll be disappointed if I land anything other than the F1 on the moon. I mean, that would be possible, just to land a single F1 on the moon with nothing attached. What I could do is just have this and have a decoupler on top and then power its descent using maybe a couple of F1 engines either side and do some sort of ridiculous suicide burn. But that's not what I'm going to do in this stream. I don't want to do that. I want to go to the moon and then I want to return. I want to get some Kerbals maybe on the moon, get them out, stretch their legs potentially, and then return them back to Earth. We don't want to leave them stranded on the surface of the moon. Or alternatively, what I could do is have something like this, where we get a payload fairing, and we put a massive, ginormous, chonking, huge heat shield on the bottom of this. Like, what size would we need? Maybe like a 6-meter one or a 5-meter one? We do something like this, and they're all deprecated. Fabulous. Can we get a 5? We want a lunar rated heat shield that's like 5 meters. We do something like this, and then whack a parachute and maybe, yeah, just whack a parachute on top of this and just return an F1 engine back to Earth. Or we could do this with Kerbals. I'm not entirely sure what is the best way of going about doing this. What do you think in chat? Coles is better. Call it Chase. Maybe the aliens call it Chase. I have no idea how that's pronounced. As a capsule, please use the D2 Block 2. It's criminally underused in RP1 for how good it looks. I might be using the D2 in For All Kerbal Kind. This thing. I might be using the D2 in For All Kerbal Kind. I might use it as a replacement for the Minotaur. I know it's an American capsule, but it does kind of look like the Minotaur proposed capsule. And I've spoken to N9 and Beardy about that, and they'd be happy for me to use it, because N9 has no plans on using it at all. So I'd basically take it as my own and be like, yeah, let's do it. So, hi, yeah, that's a good idea. What's a good idea? Are we just going to replace? Are we just going to return this one F1 engine? Because I feel like that would kind of fit the theme of this entire live stream. just return this and hope for the best. And I think what I will do, in order to control this, I think we do want a parachute on top of this. So let's start actually building, because as I've said, I've not actually got too long today. So I can't really faff around. Maybe we'll place a couple of parachutes on this. I guess we can place them there on all of the tubes and the pipes. Maybe offset them so that they're actually on something rather than just being sat. Like that, there we go. And hopefully that doesn't block the parachutes from deploying, because that would be really sad. We'll place those there and we'll see how that goes. Nah, propulsively land it. I mean, if we just want the engine, like, I suppose this is now the engine and parachutes. We could attempt to propulsively land it. We're going to obviously be doing a suicide burn at the moon to try and land on the moon, but propulsively landing would require a fuel tank. And I don't, like, people were saying, no, you just got to land the F1 somewhere, so we're doing this. Is Carnasa NASA run by cars? No, Carnasa came from my World of Warcraft character when I was about 11. I just thought it sounded very fantasy sounding. This was before I was into space or anything. And I basically created a character called Carnasa, and I thought, yeah, that sounds really cool. It's fantasy. Look at me, I'm unique, edgy as F. Definitely. And what I did was, actually, I didn't like Carnas, so I created Carnas A, because I thought, yeah, let's just add an A to the end of it, and that'll be the next iteration. And I had Carnas B, which is my second channel, where I do like Minecraft stuff and all of that, which I've not uploaded to for a while. And then eventually I settled down with the fact that Carnasa was the best by far, so I'm going to use that name for everything, which is where I got my name from. That's the evolution of my name up to this point. Who knows, maybe I'll eventually end up being like Carnas D eventually, when I no longer like this channel. Anyway, what we're going to do is I am going to come into actions. I'm just going to sort out these parachutes, make sure... Oh, God, no! No. Does the F1A weigh more than the F1... What weighs the least? The F1A. The F1A weighs like a couple of... Well, 200 kilograms lighter, so I think we will use the F1A. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to set this to hopefully save us at Earth. Let's have a look. We want to be on Earth. Yeah, that's all fine. We just want normal parachutes. Wanted touchdown speed, 6 meters per second. That's absolutely fine. We're going to go pre-deployment altitude. I think we'll go for like 5,000. Pre-deployment speed. Apply. Yep. Nope. This is too big. This is too big because it weighs 10 tons. So actually, no, there's something that I can do. I want to use 2 parachutes because we've got 1 on either side. And there we go. That is now fine. We should be able to get that F1 engine parachuted down. And back, I guess. Welcome back, Katniss. Welcome to pain. So me plays KSP and crashes into the moon. The rocket sees giant cat. Tell it that it will be eaten by a snake for hitting the moon. I'm not quite sure I got where you were going with that, but you do you. You do you. YouTube didn't refresh in the background, so I missed the start. It's fine. You've not really missed anything. We've just decided that rather than just landing on the moon and bringing something back... Where's my procedural failure? There. We're going to do this. We're going to land this on the moon, and then we're going to get this F1 to come all the way back to Earth. And, yeah, we'll see. Do I place some procedural avionics on the top of this? I feel like that might be smart, but at the same time... You know what? In order to just land the F1, in order to just land the F1 on the surface of Earth, what I'm going to do is we're going to find a procedural decoupler. Oh, come on, there we go. Decoupler procedural. We'll place that, but oh no, I don't know which way it is now. Let's try that again. Excuse me. We'll flip that upside down so that it decouples, that it's attached to whatever's on here. We'll place this avionics on top, which we'll set to be near Earth, because we only need this near Earth. Then what we'll do is, once this has landed, we'll move the parachutes so that they are on the avionics. If I can grab them, why did I place them in a really awkward position? We'll grab the, is that the parachute? That is the parachute. We'll grab the parachutes, place them on, I want them 90 degrees, please. Place them on there. And then once the F1's landed in the ocean or something, we can just detach the decoupler, and then all we've got left is just one single solitary F1 engine. And that's perfect. That fits the theme of this live stream by far. That's some Indiana Jones shit there, landing ancient artifacts on the moon. Indeed! Precious artifacts, very expensive artifacts as well. But yeah, we're going to attempt to land this. It's going to be a direct descent, direct ascent mission, because that's the only way that I can figure out to get this to actually work. How much does this weigh? This weighs 10.5 tons. So I want to make this be able to control, yeah, we'll be able to control like 13 tons. And I think we want the best avionics. Do I want deep space? Deep space, I can hibernate, which is probably going to be nice, because at the moment this is only going to last us like 2 days. So I think I might switch to modern deep space, and then we can turn it off. That's 2 days and 2 hours. If I come into the avionics, which I can't select because the F1 is just too bloody chonky, what we can do is, if I turn the avionics off, where is shutdown? There it is. How long is that going to last? 8 days. That's actually not an awful lot. You know what? Maybe I'll just put some more electric charge in here, and we'll keep the MMH and NTO because I kind of want that. We'll make this a little bit bigger, and we'll fill it with more electric charge because everyone loves electric charge. Oh, you can choose the tank type. Yeah. Oh no, I've already got it set to surface module 4. That's fine. So let's maybe remove. Oh no! I want to remove all of the MMH and NTO, which is currently the RCS that I've got on this to, you know, orient it. And what I'll do is we'll put like maybe 25,000 in here, and I feel like that should be enough, especially if we turn the avionics off. It's 5 days and 6 hours. Okay. If I then come in here and shut down avionics, that is 20 days. Yeah, that should be enough to get back from the moon. I feel like that should be enough to get back from the moon. And what we'll do is just refill this up with MMH and NTO. It's not the best uses of a service module. Right, you usually like to use, say, like an integral high pressure tank, or an isogrid high pressure tank as they're now called. But I feel like putting it on the avionics saves on parts and we'll be fine. So 5 days and 18 hours, yeah, that's fine. That's what we're going to be returning to Earth. Just one ginormous F1 that we're going to decouple everything from. This payload fairing does not need to be this big. What we'll do is I'll come into here, bring the auto shape down. We'll maybe bring that, yeah, it needs to be a little bit bigger than that. But we'll bring that here to about there, and there we go, that's fine. And then we'll just make this an atlas fairing because they're my favorite kinds of fairing. Look, it looks so beautiful, it looks so good. And maybe we'll make the heat shield black for that nice bit of contrast. We've got black and white and it all looks very pretty and everything looks amazing. You can't do this, Carnasa. You just can't. Who's going to stop me? This is when Alisei just walks in and drags me off and is like, no, don't use just the F1s to land on the surface of the moon and return back to Earth. You crazy fool. You're going to kill us all. Right, I think what I want to do next is build. So basically, in order to get from the surface of the moon back to Earth, I want to do that in one solitary burn, because I feel like that's the best way that I'm going to do it. What it means, I'm going to have to land in a position on the moon where I can perform that. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult, but I feel like it should definitely be achievable. So this stage is going to get us into lunar orbit and then carry on burning until we get an intercept with Earth and hopefully get to about 32 kilometers where we should be able to capture into Earth and, you know, like recover this top stage. That's my plan anyway, and we're going to use these ring decouplers, or this decoupler procedural, because actually these are fabulous, because what you can do is you can make them a hollow fillet cylinder, and we'll change the fillet to 0, fillet, like a nice steak. And what we'll do is we'll make the outer 5 meters, which is how big this is. But then we can make the inner, we can make that like almost the same size, and it basically becomes super duper light. Look, it weighs like 0.051 tons, whereas if we had this like a little bit smaller, if we come here, there we go, we get up to like 1 ton. So this is probably the lightest way you can make big decouplers at the moment, I think. So yeah, it still functions the same as a normal decoupler. I think the impulse and all of the force percent doesn't really change an awful lot, but yeah, it just makes a really lightweight decoupler. So if you want to save on mass anywhere, do this. Use these ring decouplers. They're great. They're absolutely fabulous. Or not ring decouplers. One of these procedural decouplers sets a hollow cylinder or something. Hello, fellow console sufferers. I've never actually played KSB on console. I've had it on PC since like 2013. I think I picked it up around then, when it first came to Steam. So I've never actually felt the need to buy it on console when I've had a PC this entire time. But I do feel your pain. I do feel your pain. I imagine it does suck only not having any mods to play the Kerbal Space programs on, because mods make this game. Like, I couldn't do this without mods. This is all heavily modded. It's on my like RP1 install, and you know. Right, anyway, so we're gonna take this off from the surface of the moon. So what I need to do is, we're only restricted to the F1, of course. So we're going to come and grab an F1, and we'll place this on the bottom. And I reckon I need, in order to get back to Earth, you tend to, if you want to get into orbit of the moon, it's about maybe 2,000 meters per second delta V. Then to get back to Earth, it's about 800. So I reckon if we're going for a direct descent, we probably only need about 2,600. I want to say, unless there's anyone in chat that can kind of correct me. But I feel like that should be roughly the amount that I need. Maybe I could go for 2,800, and I mean, I can always turn this engine off. It's only got 1 ignition, but worst comes to the worst, if I put more fuel in than I need, I can actually turn the fuel off. So I guess that's kind of like a little help. But we are going to make them all F1As because they are throttleable. They've only got 1 ignition, but they are also incredibly powerful. The lightest is to make a custom part and set the mass to 0. I mean, you can do that if you hack the game, Katniss. Definitely go check out Katniss's channel though. I saw Calvin McLaurin here earlier. Check out both of those. Both of those need some love. They produce absolutely fantastic videos. Katniss obviously does some fantastic modding work as well. If we come into here, hello LSA. If we come into here, like, look at this, Katniss modular tank. Look, Katniss, your name is in the game. Like, it's actually in the game, and these are fabulous. Look at them. They're beautiful. You can go like S2. Who made these procedural? Because what they did with these was awesome. And yeah, we can change the style. You can go for different, like, you can recolor them, and you can make them bigger, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Although I am having a bit of a weird issue with the hollow stage decouplers at the moment. If I come here and I set this to be the Saturn 4B, the lighting on it is a bit balked, and I'm not entirely sure why. Like, this shouldn't look like this, and when you get out into the flight screen, the lighting is just all kinds of messed up. I don't know what's caused that. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Hitman 47 was timed out by Nightbot. Oh no, has the bot taken over and started muting everyone? Love your Baikonur, by the way. Katniss's Baikonur, yeah, Katniss's Baikonur is looking really, really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Katniss, when Karoo? All I'm saying is when Karoo, because I need that for Thrall Kerbal Kine Man. I need it. I'm joking. But yeah, Baikonur is looking absolutely fantastic. Right, so we're going to fill this up with the F1A. And how much delta V does that get? Bloody hell, that's a lot. But yeah, that's a lot. But look how quickly we burn that in. 27 seconds. That's way more than I need. So I can actually make this smaller. Because this is going to be friggin' difficult. I feel like maybe if I go for 3,000 meters per second in 12 seconds. So basically, we're going to be on the surface of the moon. 12 seconds later, we're going to be back on course for Earth. That's what's going to happen. This is going to be painful. It's going to be really painful. I'm almost convinced that maybe making a separate ascent stage and a separate, like, trans-Earth injection stage to make this a little bit more bearable, but I don't know if I want to do that. I really don't know if I want to do that, or a direct descent may be the best way to go about it. There's going to be a lot of tests. I don't know why I'm picking up a ring decoupler. What I want right here is going to be some procedural avionics. And we are going to use some heckin' big like RCS pods on this because we are going to need them. And I think recently in RP1 they've added much bigger ones, which I'm quite excited to have a look at. So we're going to put you on there. So there we go. We've got our avionics for this stage. I do need to set that to deep space because obviously we're going to the moon. And the moon is very far deep in space. Good luck. You won't do it in 12 seconds. I will if I land at the right place on the moon. If I burn straight up, if I'm on the east side of the moon, or like if you look at the moon and you're like on the east side from like your perspective of Earth, if I burn straight up, I will do it. It will happen because that will be the easiest way to do it. So that's where I want to land. That's where I'm planning on landing anyway, which means that originally I was thinking of doing a direct descent. So we come in and we burn and we stop at the moon. But what I might do instead is capture into a lunar orbit, a low lunar orbit, wait until I'm over that east part of the moon, kill all surface velocity, horizontal velocity, flip the spacecraft round, then suicide burn and land on that like eastern side of the moon, and then I'll be in a position where I can literally just burn straight up and get back to Earth. That's my thinking. You're going to be here for a while. I mean, I'm only going to be here for 2.5 hours today because, well, not even that, 2 hours from this point, because I am going to a friend's housewarming party, so I need to go away and get ready and sort that out and go to that. So it won't be a long stream today. If I don't finish everything, which I highly imagine will happen, then I am probably going to either do this on another live stream, but I am going to make a video out of this as well, if it works. I don't know if it's going to work. I've not actually tried it. Let's make our balloon tank like the best possible, because we want the best possible things. We'll fill that up with the F1A. Gives us 3,037 meters per second of delta V. Lovely. And now what we need is, of course, some chonky RCS pods. And I think what I'm going to do is, actually, I probably don't need RCS pods on this stage. If I'm burning this straight up, we'll have gimbal on the F1, right? We've got RCS on this stage, which is fine. I don't think I actually need RCS because we'll be on the surface of the moon. And ullage won't be a problem because we'll be sat still, so all of the fuel will be down here. So we don't actually really need a way of controlling this stage, although if I slightly miscalculate my burn, it would be nice to have some RCS to correct that. So I think that's what we will place them on just so that I can actually correct the inevitable screw-ups that I do with this stage. Remember to bring your PC to burn the house down. My PC is... it's not that hot at the moment. When we get further into this build, though, I imagine it is going to get a little bit silly. It's going to get very, very warm. I think we'll make this like 1 meter by like 1.5 and maybe do something like that as a chonky RCS pod. And actually, I might do what I... yeah, no, I'm going to do what... I was going to say, I'm going to do what I did on all of my recent builds, which is actually custom make a pod, because I really like the look when you custom make them. Yeah, that should be fine, and we'll use these. It'll take a little bit more time, but it looks a lot better. It looks a lot better in my opinion, I think. And we'll make this, that is a conventional structure. I want a isogrid structure. I want that one. So what I'll do is I'll create 4 of these, and then on top I'll create, come on, go, touch, connect, yes, there we go. We'll make a smooth cone, make that small at the top, and then we'll make that like, maybe like 8 millimeters even. We'll make this have a bit of length, and then I'll make this the same size. And I can drag this into here, and there we go. We've got like a little custom RCS pod, which will hopefully look quite nice. And we need to make this high pressure, because it will need to be high pressure. I think that's the best high pressure integral tank you can get. So we'll move this down. I'll set that to no offset, so it can be like pretty much basically where it should be. And then we'll place some RCS pods. Carnasa, you're cheating. How am I cheating? How am I cheating? Using RCS for course correction. I mean, I need RCS for ullage and stuff like that. So these aren't engines. This is just reaction control. That's it. These aren't engines. We're still only going to be using the F1 engines for this entire build. And I mean, we'll place that there like that. then another one 90 degrees there, and I'll move these around so that they are in a decent position. And you know what I should do? I should actually configure this so that it's the right thing, so when I copy it, then that way I don't have to keep going back and doing it. I like to use MMH and NTO as my main RCS because I feel like it's the best one you can go for. Although, if you look at it, so like this is tech level 7, the best tech level you get. 110 to 321 seconds of ISP. Pretty good for RCS, and its power is 1.1 kilonewtons. But if we go to Aerosine and NTO, you get 322 and 1.1 kilonewtons as well. So the ISP is better. The mass weighs the same, but you get like 1 second more of specific impulse. The power on Aerosine is actually a little bit bigger if you go for one of the smaller RCS pods. So I don't know if Aerosine and NTO is better. Although the fuel, like the weight of the fuel, might mean that MMH and NTO is a better option. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this a little bit more. RCS is confusing as anything. Like all of the different fuels that you've got available to you, it's a little bit tricky to get your head around. But yeah, we're going to do this, and I'm going to local that, and we'll just place that there. So we got a pod sticking out the top. We have a pod sticking out this way, like that. And then we have a pod sticking out this way, and I'll move that so that it's down and roughly at the same kind of like angle as this one. Then we'll move this up like so. Not that I doubt we'll need one here, but you know, it's always nice to have. And then we'll finally get one more coming this way. We don't actually really need this one, but you know, it's nice to have. It's nice to have a 5-way RCS system. Is it nice and toasty? What, my PC? He's using modded... I'm using modded engines. Yes. This is definitely a modded engine. But if you don't get the whole like live stream name, that the whole point is using one specific modded engine to land on the moon, which is what we are going to be attempting to doing, which we are going to attempt to do, and hopefully it will go all right. Now I just need to make sure that all of MMH and NTO. I don't think I changed this one. Nope, that's nitrogen. We want to change that, so that will also be MMH and NTO. And I want to get away because I don't think click-through blocker works on this screen, and I really do not want to like be clicking things in the background. That is MMH and NTO, MMH and NTO. That is nitrogen, so I want to change that. We'll do that, MMH and NTO as well. Just, you know, everything is all the same. It would make a lot of sense rather than having one that's MMH and NTO, one that's Aerosine, one that's Mon3. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And that's also MMH and NTO. Right, perfect. That is done. So what I can do now is come into here and do that. And how much delta V does that give us? 2,880. I kind of want 3,000 meters per second with this. So I feel like maybe, oh, a ding. What was that? Was that a subscriber? I feel like that might be a subscriber because I've not seen a live chat or anything. I've not seen any super chats in the live chat, so I don't know though. This is the problem. I look at I've got a second PC on my left, which is my iMac, which is what I produce all of my music on and do all of that. And I don't have a second monitor on my PC, so I can't see OBS on whilst I'm streaming. I'm just looking at YouTube Studio's live chat at the moment to see what people are saying in chat. And that means like when notifications like that subscriber come up, I can't actually see it because I'm in the game, which is kind of annoying. I kind of want to get a second monitor to be a professional streamer, yo. It would be a lot nicer. Right, there we go. That is that all done. I'm going to lengthen this tank ever so slightly because it would certainly be nice to get up to maybe like 3,000 meters per second, which I feel like we can do if we maybe make this just a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger, a smidge bigger. There we go, 3,088 meters per second. That'll do us just fine. Then I need to come into here and set the avionics to be able to control 65 tons, because that's about how much this weighs. Not 2,000, please. Definitely not 2,000. We want to go for like maybe 60, 87 there. And then what I can also do is make sure that we have electric charge in here, because it would be a real shame if we ran out of power whilst on the moon. That's 40 days of power. I don't think we need quite that much. I think maybe we'll go for like 200,000. That should be all right. Right? Yeah, there we go. We still get 3,055 meters per second of delta V. Fun fact, Mon3 is 97% NTO. Okay. Are the RCS engines also F1 engines? No, because I can't really do that, because F1s only have one ignition, so to have a reaction control system, that just wouldn't work, unfortunately. Solid rocket fuel is actually called AAAP. Isn't like P-ban? Isn't there several different types of solid rocket fuel? I don't really know an awful lot about solids. I've only started using them myself recently, so I don't know. There's different solid fuel compositions. Isn't like you can get like aluminium. Is aluminium like used for one solid rocket fuel? I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, is from what I recall. Right. So what we're gonna do? I think I am going to do the method of we'll kill our horizontal velocity and then we'll fall flat down on the surface. So what I want to get is one of these hollow in stages because, you know, they look fabulous, and we'll do this. It's going to be 5 meters, and we'll extend it out slightly because we need to fit an entire friggin' F1 engine in here. Or maybe I might go for something a little bit bigger. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll get like a conical shape, or we could just do this. What do you reckon, chat? Do we go for like a interstage payload, make this next stage a little bit bigger, or do we just like make this stage the same width? This is going to be our stage that is going to will land on the moon. This will land on the moon. We'll have killed our horizontal velocity, and then we're just going to fall flat onto the moon's surface and hopefully land. It's gonna be tricky. It's definitely going to be tricky. Carnasa is cheating, yes. I mean, if you consider like using modded engines cheating, when the whole entire title of this stream is using modded engines to land on the moon, basically, then yes. What version of RP1 are you playing on? I recently reinstalled the latest version using CCAN Express install. My installs tank UI looks different from yours. I'm on version 1.11 of RP1. My version of RP1 that I'm on currently is up to date as of last Sunday. So whatever version was released last Sunday is the version that I'm on. I do have different Apollo pods though, because I actually went in and grabbed the new fork that I think someone's been working, I can't remember who it is, has been working on. So like my Apollo pods are now deprecated, and if we have a look, I've got these new Apollo command modules which have got loads of different colors on. It's from BDB, they're the new BDB Apollo parts, but they don't work properly yet. They don't have any life support in them or anything like that, but they are very customizable, which is pretty cool. You can get like recolor variants of it. It's very, very nice. But yeah, they're not actually in RP1 yet. I just decided I wanted to try them out, have a look what they look like, see if they were any good, and yeah, they're pretty cool. The new LEM as well looks fabulous. If we go for, is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Look, you can recolor it. If I actually place that on somewhere, which I don't think I can do. Oh, I might be able to place it on top of here. If I set that to like 1, can I get that on that? Yeah, there we go. Look, you can recolor it and you can color it in, and it looks awesome. You can make loads of different unique cool designs. And I think this might be what N9 might be stealing for All Kerbal Kind, which would be very cool. I don't know if he has done that or not. We were talking about it. Does it single stage? Does what single stage? We're not going to single stage to orbit. Like, we absolutely will not be able to single stage F1s to orbit. That's just crazy talk. That's never going to happen. At least I'm fairly sure that won't happen. That would be very difficult. Right, so we're going to come here. I hate this avionics screen. I need to turn it off. Like, I really, really don't like the fact that it auto opens every time you like select the avionics screen. Are you going to have landing legs? I am going to have landing legs. Absolutely. Carnasa is kill. Yeah, no, we are going to have landing legs, because otherwise how else am I going to touch down softly on the moon? It's going to be... We're going to need them. We are absolutely going to need them. 100%. Right, so the diameter of this is 5 meters. I think what we'll do is, yeah, we'll keep that at that. We'll get service module 4. We'll raise the utilization of this. We'll go tank UI and fill this up with electric charge. I think I'll put like another 200,000 in here. I basically want to get away without using any solar panels or any form of generating power, although maybe we could have some solar panels on this stage. We might have some solar panels on this stage. That might be a thing that we can do. So we're going to get another, and in fact, I might just copy this entire thing and use this as like the landing stage. How much delta V does that give us? I don't know. Okay, that we want to decouple that and then fire that. 1,275 meters per second. We get 13 seconds of burn on that. I'm going to kill all of my horizontal velocity, so I don't think we're actually going to need much more than that. So I think maybe I'll go for like... Yeah, we'll go for that. That should actually be fine. This is going to look janky as hell. Like, look at this. It's just a F1, just different stages. Then, yeah, and this will be what lands on the surface of the moon. So in order to do that, we're going to get some ginormous, friggin' ridiculous landing legs, I think. Right, yeah. We'll do this. That big looks pretty good. Yeah, I feel like that'll do the trick. That's a big enough landing leg, right? How much does that weigh? That weighs like 10 tons. That's 10 tons of leg there. Clearly, this lander did not skip leg day. There we go. This is insane. This is huge. And then we get that up, and yeah, this is going to look incredibly curvable, I tell you. Do burn green, boranes, pentaborane. I know pentaborane burns green. It's very, very, very poisonous, very toxic fuel. Yeah, you're not going to be able to land without a very big rocket. We are going to be building a very big rocket. If people haven't already seen, I have live streamed landing an entire Saturn V upside down on Mars, which required a rocket that was able to lift 25 kilotons to low Earth orbit. I am quite aware that I'm going to need a very big rocket for this, and we are going to be building a very big rocket. It's going to be friggin' ginormous. It's going to block out all the light from the sun. It's like the Battle of Thermopylae. Instead of arrows flying over, it will just be untitled spacecraft. Yes, that's what's gonna that's what's gonna happen. We've lost a little bit of delta V there because the legs, of course, are ridiculously chonky. So I think I will make this a little bit bigger. And there we go, we've got 1,358. That should be hopefully enough to land us on the surface of the moon. And I think what I'm going to do, and that's still only burning for 20 seconds. I think the next thing that I'll do is, we want this now to have a stage that kills all of our horizontal velocity. That is the next crucial thing that we need. So in order to do that, we're gonna make the ugliest looking rocket alive, okay? I might go away, maybe after I do this stream, when I've got a little bit more time. I might go away and maybe make this look a little bit more interesting. Words, they do be hard. They are hard sometimes, very, very difficult. Because at the moment, I mean, this is just a death stick of F1s. You've got F1, and then we'll have another F1A under here as well. Yeah, it's gonna look hideous, and I would rather it not look hideous, because I quite like making things look nice. But what we're going to do is we are going to make this F1 here, and this will be what performs our horizontal kill velocity stage. And if we have a look at this, we need that to go here, which will give us no fuel, because I've not filled up this with fuel. That'll give us 1,878 meters per second, a 53 second long burn. I don't feel we need to be burning for quite that long. So maybe I can get this down to about here. 27 seconds. No, we need to be going a little bit faster than that. We need a little bit more delta V. So that's 2,600. I think maybe I'll make this 7.5 meters. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put this in orbit of the moon and see if this will be kind of like what I need in order to land on the surface. Scaled up F1. So hang on, copper specifically. Hello there, Carnasa. Hello, the Bone Guy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sea Dragon engine intensifies. I'm not going to be using anything other than the Sea Dragon engine for this. We are going to be using just F1s. That's it. That's the title of the stream. I think there's a big, ginormous F1 only on the thumbnail that I put together just to implicate that we are only going to be using the Rocketdyne F1 mammoth of an engine. It is Rocketdyne that makes the F1, isn't it? I forget. Honestly, I forget. Right, so I'm going to put some different RCS pods on this because I'm going to put some really chonky ones because I think we've got some really chonky ones. If I come down here, or maybe here, where are they? There's definitely some... yeah, there we go. Like, look at these. These are massive. Like, look at this. That never skips the gym. Look at that. That's huge. That's like the friggin' thrusters about maybe like 1/10 of the size of the F1 nozzle. It's huge. Massive. Look at that. That could take anyone on in a fight and absolutely batter them. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's ridiculous. It's very, very big. And these are part of stock RP1 now. I don't know since when, but it's very cool that they're part of stock RP1. Why can't I make this go the way that I want it to? I want the angled sections. Oh wait, no, they're all angled. Yeah, they're all angled. That's me being a silly. So I want those to go like there. We'll make these MMH and NTO, and we're probably going to burn through MMH and NTO like no one's business with this. It's going to be crazy. What the? So how efficient do you think it is? How efficient is what? Yeah, it's Rocketdyne. It is Rocketdyne. Yes, I remembered something. My brain hasn't been completely melted by filming KSP 12 hours a day every day for the past week. Yeah, no, it's been a long week. I've done a lot of filming this week, but I had the time, so, you know, I thought I might as well do a lot of tutorials and content on my channel whilst I had a little bit of time. And then I wasn't going to stream today, but then I thought, you know what would be a fun stream to do? I just hit 15,000 subscribers yesterday. I think it was yesterday that I hit 15k. I thought, yeah, let's try and send an F1. Let's try and land on the moon using nothing but F1 engines. That's a cool challenge to do, right? That's a fun challenge, isn't it? I told myself yesterday, and now I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? So we want to fill these up with MMH and NTO. That is, we're still going to have, we have like 2,800 meters per second to land. I think that should be enough. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like that should be enough. If it's not, well, God help us. I'm not religious, but yes. Because yeah, we currently weigh like 324 tons, which is already getting quite heavy. 324 tons to TLI. We're going to need a big rocket for this. And what I need to do is come in here, and we are going to change this configuration to deep space, and we're going to make sure that we can control like 469 tons there, because that is obviously what this entire stack is going to be. 1,572 meters per second, yep, that's fine, and I do maybe want to have a few solar panels on here. I think solar panels would be nice, and then that way we can gain some power whilst we're on the surface of the sun. The sun? No, we're not going to be landing on the sun. Maybe that's a stream idea for another time. How close can we get to the sun? But we are going to be landing on the moon. My words, they are difficult, especially when you're trying to build something as crazy and ridiculous as this. Right, okay, where is the hinged solar panel? I want that, no, it's not the hinged, I want the folding solar panel. Have I gone past it? Have I completely missed it? Folding solar panel, there you go, it's right at the bottom. Just joined, how is Carnasa getting around launch clamp requirement? You don't need launch clamps for F1s. You don't need them. I don't think. Unless they've changed that. Ignition's 1. No, you don't need launch clamps. F1s have never needed launch clamps. I don't think I think they were planning on adding it at some point, but then N9 had like his crazy rocket. It was like, no, don't add them. I don't know if N9's complaint had anything to do with it, but yeah, no, you don't need launch clamps for F1s. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. He's already failed by using RCS engines. I mean, I need ullage Katniss. If I can't ullage my rocket, then that is just, we're not getting anywhere. We're not going anywhere. You need to push the fuel. Oh no, the legs, quick, put them back on. You need to push the fuel down somehow, and RCS is really, it's not like an additional engine, is it? But look at those, they're absolutely beautiful, ridiculous looking things. Right, what solar panel do I want? I want to make sure that tracking is enabled. How big are these? That will probably be fine if I go for tech level 7. Yeah, that will do us. We'll land that on the surface of the moon, and I think that should be all that we actually want around the moon. Avionics are sufficient. Perfect. We are also going to come in and find MLI and go whoop. I said whoop. There we go. Because that doesn't add an awful lot of mass. And we are obviously using Kerolox in here. Liquid oxygen is going to boil off. Not as bad as liquid hydrogen, but it still will boil off. So I want to make sure that we don't lose any of that precious fuel, because we're going to need it all. Then finally, whoop. And we're done. Cool. Right, this is currently named Untitled Spacecraft. I don't want it to be called Untitled Spacecraft. I want this to have an actual name. I think I'm going to go for, like, right now, this is just going to be F1 test. And if there's any, like, members or patrons in the live chat, then I will name it. If you want to name it something, I will name it after that. Gotta promote my things, yo. I need to eat. That's why I've been promoting it so much recently, because all of my bills have gone up and I am not earning anywhere near enough money to live currently, especially now going back to uni. It's gonna suck. But we are gonna simulate this around the moon. I don't think there's anything that I've forgotten. What we can do though is make sure that our staging is correct. So we'll do that, and that fires off there. Then we'll also use these RCS pods to, you know, control our descent, make sure that we're going the right way. And then finally, is that still using the same? Oh no, the RCS pods have all been jumbled up. No, which ones are those? Those are the ones on this. Those are also on this. Those are also on this. That's fine. Then those are also here. Then those are also there. And I think that's all for that section. Then we want to get that, just move that up there, and then move those down there, and then also move that there. Although, to be honest, I probably want to fire the F1 up before decoupling this. I feel like that would be the smart way of going about doing things. And yeah, we'll have lost the payload fairings by the time we get out to the moon, so I'll put that right at the bottom. So F1 test, save, and simulate. We're going to simulate this around the moon, and hopefully everything should go well. And I want to get maybe an orbit of 200 kilometers at 28.6, because that's roughly the inclination we'll be arriving from Earth. Let's simulate this, and hopefully I've not ballsed everything up and we can do everything that I want to. Name it the Aero B7. Not gonna lie, I quite like how it looks so far, really. Goofy AF, yes, it is. It's gonna be really goofy, and that's kind of what you're gonna expect when you want to make something like the F1 only to the lunar surface and back. It's gonna be very, very, very weird. It's gonna be very weird. That F1 acceleration test, I always see a strut connecting pretty much to every part of the rocket, but this, I mean, we don't need struts. We've got Kerbal joint reinforcements, so it will be fine. It'll be fine. Why have we got, there we go. No, we do have sufficient avionics. Where is Earth? Earth is there. Earth is there, so what I want to do is to land where? About here. I want to land about here, and then that way I can just take off, up, go up, and then I will get back to Earth. I think. If that should be correct, because in order to get back to Earth, we want to be burning like that way. And if we take off and go straight up, we'll be burning that way. So I think that's where I want to land. I think what I am going to do, though, is wait until that's on the day, because it would be nice to be able to see where we're landing. So I'm going to deploy these solar panels and just time warp a little bit until we are at the daytime. That this section of the moon that I want to land on is in the day. We'll do this, and hopefully this should provide enough power for this to last. We've got MLI, so hopefully boil off shouldn't be a concern. We're losing nothing per hour, so that's perfect. And then we're going to get rid of some of these, because I don't need all of these at the moment. They're cluttering up my screen. Cluttering up my screen. I do want Delta V stats, though. I want to be able to see what I've got. And landing info. I absolutely need that. I don't need landing guidance, though. And Smart ISS. Yeah, I'll keep those. I don't need Kerbal alarm clock either. So we'll get rid of that. There we go. And we're just going to time warp around a little bit. The first stage will have like 20 engines. I would imagine the first stage is probably going to have like 80. It's going to have a lot. Oh, that's making me a little bit dizzy. Let's just focus the moon. So we want the section of the moon where we are we running out of power? Oh no, it's just because we're going backwards. So we want, yeah, this part of the moon here to be in the day, which it now is. So that's perfect. We can start our burn. And I think if we maybe land in this crater here, I feel like that'll be fine. So what we want to do is get rid of the payload fairing first. Then we'll activate this stage, and then we're going to go retro. We're going to stick retro, and this is probably going to take a really long time to turn around. Probably should have done this earlier. Oh well. Yeah, we want to land in this crater, because then we can just take straight off. Oh, we might need some more powerful RCS. I mean, this is a very, very, very heavy rocket. It does not surprise me. But this stage is only going to burn for 43 seconds. So what we are going to do, yeah, it'll be really quick. We can burn, kill our horizontal velocity, which I think what we'll do is we'll go horizontal velocity negative. And then that way I'll know I'll be pointing the correct way this entire time. So people, I'm shocked. Only 51 likes when 72 are watching. Thank you, Rail Cowgirl. Welcome to this. Welcome to the abomination. The F1 only. We're just doing some tests at the moment. Just to make sure that this does actually have the capability of landing. If I manage to land this first time, I will honestly, I don't know, I will eat. I've not got a hat to eat. I will eat my sunglasses. I won't. This is not going to land first time. Absolutely not. If it does, I will be shocked. So we are now almost pointing horizontal velocity. I want to check my orbital stats actually to see. Does that have horizontal info on? No, it does not. I think it might be under surface info. Surface info. Let's have a look. Surface speed, vertical speed. I want horizontal speed. This is all surface horizontal speed. There we go. 1.586. So, yeah, 1,580. I feel like is perfect. Let's burn this. Let's burn horizontally. There we go. Let's kill our horizontal velocity. And then we're just going to drop. And then we're going to kill our vertical velocity. And then we're going to take off from this point. Hopefully it'll be at a point where we can just get straight back to Earth. Don't you love the sound of the F1 engines? Like the smash button. Smash the button like. On all of your family's YouTube accounts. Yes, steal them all. Subscribe and share the love of landing an entire F1's only to the moon. Because this is not painful at all. I might as well just burn this to completion. Because I feel like we're going to pretty much kill our surface speed. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. There we go. We didn't quite do it. We burnt a little bit too much. But now what we can do is point up. Decouple this stage and then get ready to fall. We're going like 50 meters per second, which isn't the worst. We've killed most of our horizontal velocity and we're just going to fall somewhere down here. Yeah, like look at our orbit. It's pretty much we're heading straight down, which is kind of exactly where I want this to be. Then we're going to, when we take off, we're going to take off that way. I'd rather be taking off that way, but I feel like this should be fine. It's beautiful. I love how the start-up plume makes 0 sense in vacuum. Yes, all of the, like flames coming around it. It's great. Who's to question what happens when you do stuff like this? Realism Overhaul and RP1, I don't think was really designed with this in mind at all. Total delta V. The total delta V that we're going to need for this mission will be probably in the region of, well, we'll need 9,400 to get to low Earth orbit. Then we'll need 3,150 to get to do translunar injection. So that's like 12,500. Then we'll need 800 to capture into low lunar orbit. So 13,200. Then we've got the 6,000 roughly that we had in here. So about 18,000 meters per second in order to complete this entire mission. I've got a really itchy eye. I'm really sorry about this. Why? What have I done? Have I screwed my eye up? No, not as bad as it was. I think I streamed one of the PNLC live streams that I did a while ago. It was, I really screwed up my eye. I basically had like a bleed in the back of my eye. Diabetes is fun, yo. And yeah, that caused me to then stream early, which sucked. Calm your tits. Whose tits are not calm? Are they flapping all over the place? Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, that's perfectly nice to come in. I mean, Katniss, you can like, mute people if they're being particularly egregious. It was made for normal rocket engineering, but this is better. Hello, Kosha. Hey, I mean, if all you're going to do is come in and swear, then it's perfectly fine to ban you. Right, yeah, there you go. You're going. Rip. Lol, Katniss got you. Please don't come in and just post swearing and, you know, just generally being a bit of an asshole in the live stream chat. We don't want that here. We're a family friendly channel, even though I do sometimes accidentally let slip something that may be not quite so family friendly. I think we can probably time warp this because this is going to take a really long time. Right, so we've got 1,371 meters per second of delta V to try and... Whoa, that is bright. Goodness gracious me. Oh, it's because my vacuum intensity is like super duper duper high. Let's reset all of these to their normal settings and we'll see. Goodbye, rip. Hello, hi not Craig, welcome to the stream. Do it in real life, not on YouTube live chat. Oh, just appreciate this cursed creation. Right, who reckons we're actually going to be able to land this first time? I think put a 1 in chat if you think this is going to succeed. Put a 2 in chat if you think this is going to blow up. Because I think it's going to blow up. Time to impact says 1 minute and 56 seconds. Oh dear. Why have we lost, like, all of our kerosene from this stage? Wait, what? What happened? Oh, yeah, no. We need to ditch this stage. We need to ditch this stage. Right, so we'll do that now. This did our horizontal braking burn. Right, okay, so 1 minute and 14 seconds. Come on, decouple, please. Oh, dear. Well, that didn't work. No! I wonder if that's going to happen with all of the different stages. Like, if I decouple this now... No, that didn't break that one. So what the hell happened there? Oops, I accidentally fired up the engine. Didn't mean to do that. Look at the G-forces! They're insane! Oh, that's really annoying. That's really upsetting. Why did that engine break? Wow. There we go. That wasn't a long burn. Right, we're going to go back to the vehicle assembly building and try and fix that. Buy engine, rip, keck, lol 2, yes. Well, it was a 2. It was absolutely a 2 because the engine decided to break when I decoupled these 2 sections, which is a little annoying. Why break? Why did you break? Maybe I need to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, it kind of is. Maybe part clipping there a little bit into the top of the tank. So if I make this a little bit bigger, and we'll do that, and there we go. And I think we needed like 1,580 meters per second. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that. And I think 1,370 is more than I needed. Right, so we're going to save this. We're going to simulate this again, and we're going to try and do the exact same thing and try and get this to land on the moon. And we'll see how this goes. Hi, what will be the next mission? I don't know what the next mission will be. I've not really decided. After doing nothing but F1s to the moon, maybe... I might do some other like 10 rocket videos, possibly 10 like mid-game rockets, so kind of like covering things like Atlases, Titans, maybe going into like Deltas and, you know, like Arianes and Black Princes, which is my launch vehicle from For All Kerbal Kind. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what the next video will be, but I do have another lunar landing video that I might work on that might come out tomorrow. It's my lighter, cheaper... Well, it's not lighter. My cheaper, earlier tech alternative to the video that I released yesterday. And hopefully that'll be... Yeah, I might be able to get working on that tomorrow and get that out. Because I know a lot of people did ask for me to release that in the comments. There are a lot of comments saying, yes, please do that. So I might do that. Anyway, we are going to activate all of the solar panels. Time warp again. Until we are at a point where this side of the moon, the side of the moon that I want to land on, is in the day. And hopefully we don't have a breakage of our engine, because that would be very sad. Carnasa, do you, Biddy N9, will ever go for reusable launch vehicles in For All Kerbal Kind? I doubt we will, because we don't have any mods like flight modules, flight manager for recoverable stages. I personally don't have any plans on using reusable launch vehicles. I did a lot of that in the next millennia. That's basically all of my launch vehicles in that series were reusable. And I'm going to be going for more kind of like historically accurate vehicles. So I've got like the... I've already built an Ariane 1. I'm going to be using like the Ariane 5, probably some variant of the Ariane 6. I'm going to have like an Ariane X, which is going to be like a really big Ariane. It's going to be so big. It's the Ariane that basically went to the gym and, you know, like lifted like the Saturn V as its dumbbells and just got really big. Alice is now just sat in the corner looking at me like I'm some absolute loon. I mean, I don't blame her at all. Are you getting ready for us to go out?
Yeah, but I can't because my hair's wet and it needs drying, but I can't dry it because
Yeah.
on stream.
You can't dry your hair because I'm on stream. Why can't you dry your hair?
Because do you want the hair dryer on?
The hair dryer, right. No.
Exactly, that's why I can't dry my hair.
Okay.
There's 2 chaps out there probably having it out.
There's 2 chavs out there proper having it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're going to attempt to land this again. Hopefully, we'll decouple the payload fairing, and we'll try this again. Can we... Yep, there we go. We're going to turn retro. I'm going to turn this around a little bit before we get to this crater this time, and then that way, hopefully, I won't be rushing to get to it. Is this stream already 1 hour long? This stream is already 1 hour long. I started 1 hour ago, 1 hour and 1 minute ago, according to YouTube Studio, up on my left-hand side, although the first minute of the stream was obviously like the intro screen. Thank you, XBRSQ. That was a lot of words to say. 7. What's 7? you sent, is that 7 Canadian dollars? But thank you for the donation. They are always incredibly appreciated. But is this the 7 rocket? I don't know. It will sound like a Russian mic. Beautiful words indeed. 7. Let's all appreciate 7. Thank you very much for the donation, though. What is happening to the nav ball? Oh, I was time warping so incredibly fast. Like, we've been in orbit for 11 days now that the nav ball was kind of getting a little bit wonky because I was just going rapidly. Right, we are pointing in the right direction now. What I'm going to do is I need to get surface... Yep, I've got surface info up already. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. .7. So what was it, like 7 was the option that you went for when I said name 1 or 2? And 7 is now... So this time, right, so if you think it's going to work this time, 7 is what you want to write in the chat. If you think it's going to fail, 82. Go on, 7 or 82. Let your voice be heard now. We're just going to start throwing random numbers out. Name the rocket 7. We can name the rocket 7. How dare you? Such heresy. What was... Who said... Oh, was it .7, 0.7? Yes. Right. Okay, I am now pointing retro. We're going to get horizontal velocity, and we're going to time warp until we're basically over the lip of this crater. Then we're going to burn. We're going to... Oh, no, I went too far. I went too far. No, quick, burn the engine. Ullage and burn. And once again, look as the F1 looks beautiful as it is lit up in vacuum. 7. Wow. Thank you for the second $7 donation. So, XVRSQ definitely thinks it's going to work this time. Thank you very much. The donations are greatly appreciated. Hopefully it will work this time. I would not like to disappoint. We've got everything set to where it should work, as long as this engine doesn't explode. It's going to blow up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to enable bottom staging, and I'm going to disable top staging. So what we'll do is we'll decouple the bottom stage first. Where is our horizontal velocity? 150, 90, 80, 70, 60, and kill. There we go. We're moving like 4 meters per second horizontally. That is perfect. 14. I guess 14 now. Yeah, 7 plus 7 is 14. This feels like a Monty Python sketch to me, and I'm not entirely sure why. Come on, let's point up, please. Oh, I turned off RCS. So we've pretty much killed all horizontal velocity, which is great. It's exactly what I want to see. But yeah, we're moving like 3 meters per second. That stage, I could not have built that stage any better. That literally, we ran out of fuel and we killed all of our velocity. So that is perfect. That is exactly where I want this to be. Now we're just going to need to hope that this stage here, wherever it's gone, if I get my delta V stats up, where are you? You are there, and I'll move those over here because I'll move them up there because I know I've got chat up there and I've got my face down here, which I can't see, but we'll have a look at this. So I'm just going to have to hope that 1,345 meters per second is going to be enough to kill all of our upwards velocity. Yeah, the velocity that goes that way rather than that way. That's what we're going to have to hope will happen. Right, can I make this so that we get, like, even less? Can we make our surface velocity go even lower just by messing around with the RCS? No, not really. We are going to be moving 1 meter per second, unfortunately. 7 billion million! Carnasa, I'm broke as hell, so I don't know. That's absolutely fine. Honestly, I don't... Donations are always greatly appreciated, but no. If you if you don't want to, like, I'm more than happy about that as well.
Oh my god, you just spit it out.
Spitting it out, yeah. I don't know. It's always weird to talk about that. I'm British. Do we talk about that? It's kind of like British. Well, yeah, British.
No, don't say that. Nobody needs to give money to you.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Just like the video.
Just like the video. Yeah. Right.
Not the creator.
Not the crit. Thank you. You are so kind. I don't know if anyone can actually hear you, but yeah, Alice is just bad mouthing me over off in the distance there. Right. Let's decouple. Oh god damn it. That's perfect. This stage does not have enough avionics. Is it because I shut down avionics? Did I shut down the avionics on here? This is deep space. No, it's controllable 0 tons. I mean, I can try. If I would have spun this up before, we would have had a much better chance. But we can decouple that now. And that's just going to crash into that and bounce back. Quick, let's get away from that. We shouldn't theoretically move an awful lot from this course, I'm hoping. We might move a little bit, though. But no, we're just coming straight down. So our suicide burn countdown is in... yeah, look at that. Really, 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 really bad. Oh... yeah, we literally need to start our suicide burn 6 seconds before impact. We will have enough Delta V in this stage, at least. Let's get the landing legs ready. Ready to rock and roll. And we are coming down next to a rather large cliff. I don't like that. I don't like that in the slightest. But, you know, it's fine. 6 seconds before. Suicide burn countdown. Let's keep this stage ullaged, because I definitely want this to be able to fire up as soon as possible. What's the spool up time on an F1? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Spool up time. Spool up time. I can't see it. I can't see it. I don't know when. Probably about 2.5 seconds, I reckon. So let's go now. Go, 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 go. Here we go. We're suicide burning. Come on. No, I think I started that too late. Too late. Yep. Oops. Right, so we need to start before 2.5 seconds. Okay. Well, lesson learned. Let's try that again. I'm going to revert to the vehicle assembly building, though, so I can actually gain control over this stage. That's annoying. This is fine, and everything around you is burning. 4.2 seconds. Okay, so 4.2 seconds was the spool up time, and that's probably why I ended up crashing into the surface of the moon, then. Well, that sucks. That did suck. We were a little ways off, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. We've actually impacted the moon now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and we're going to set this to be deep space, and control about 319. How much does this entire thing weigh? This weighs 326, so it doesn't need to be quite that big because this will be our main stage. So what I'm going to do is we're going to maybe make it like 286. Yeah, that'll be more than enough. We've got enough to cut our horizontal velocity. We've got enough to actually land on the surface of the moon. We don't even need that much. So I could probably actually make this a little bit smaller. I reckon maybe like 800 will be enough. But we'll stick with like 1,000. But yeah, any mass reduction we can make here, the better. I think it was like 1,580 I wanted this stage, wasn't it? So 1,595 or 1,576, that'll be fine. And then, yeah, we'll do that. And now we only weigh 300 tons to TLI, or to lunar landing. We still need to perform 800 meters per second of TLI. Let's try this again. This time, with the knowledge that we've got deep space avionics on there, we've got everything that I should need, and the spool up time is going to be 4.2 seconds. I struggle seeing that number for some reason, but we'll do this again. And I think what we'll do is we'll do this 11 days from now. And then that way I shouldn't need to time warp, because that was roughly where I was before. Ooh, what was that? Was that a subscriber? Welcome, subscribers, to the channel. I'm British, but I like Norway. Norway is a nice place. I've been twice, but the last time I went, I think I was about 7. So I can't really remember it. 7! I said it and the number appeared again. Thank you, XBRSQ, for the 7... that is Canadian dollars, isn't it? I think that's Canadian dollars. Thanks for the $7 donation. Flexing her Norwegian. So Rail Cowgirl has some awesome videos of being... you drive around Norway trains, isn't it? Trains.
Trains.
Stop taking. I'll throw something at you.
Right.
At ye. Avast. Fight me in IRL, bruh. No. Stop it.
Oh, don't careful because they were like.
They're my safety glasses.
So brave.
Don't get your top in my cam. You're not a cam girl.
I wish I was.
The glasses. Choo-choo trains. Yeah, Alice is just taking the mick out of me. I always struggle to talk when she's in the room. She's a massive distraction. That's what she is, right? A massive distraction. She's gone now, but I reckon she'll come back in a second and just, be like, oh, you call it a massive distraction. But anyway, we can see as we time warped 11 days ahead, the crater that I want to be landing in, which I think is this one. Yeah, this one is now in the daylight, so I don't need to time warp ahead crazy amounts in order to perform this. So we're going to turn on RCS, ditch those payload fairings. That looked a little bit wonky. That might have to be fixed, and we are going to go for horizontal velocity negative and try this again. No, not the shuttle. I only take Saturn-based technology.
No, we like the shuttle.
Wait, bring it.
Yes, man.
Alicia brought a little shuttle. We got this from New York when we went to visit. Was it the Enterprise? I can't remember the name of the what? Intrepid. That was the name of the museum, but the shuttle there was the Enterprise, wasn't it? The one that didn't fly. I can't remember what the name of that shuttle was. I can't remember. It was only like a few months ago we went, and my brain just goes. Here comes the shuttle. Yeah, like a spoon. Like, here comes the shuttle. Make sure you eat all of your monopropellant and hydrolox. MMH, what was it the shuttle used? Was it MMH and NTO? Was it Aerosine and NTO? I don't know. Atlantis. Enterprise was the test shuttle. I think it was the Enterprise then. The one that never actually went to space. The one that was, I think, yeah, the one that flew on top of that they released from a jet. I think maybe like a big Boeing or something, and then tested its flight capabilities before the shuttle ever went to space. I think it was that one. Yeah, Enterprise. Toxic hypergolic propellants. Rival. Yeah, the Enterprise is at the Intrepid. Yes, okay, yeah. It was the Enterprise that we saw then. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. And then obviously me and Beardy, and Alicia was there as well, actually. Alicia and one of Beardy's friends. We all went to Leicester about, how long ago was that now? A month ago we went? That was pretty cool. Right, do I want to start my burn now? I think I do. We're going to start our burn now. We're going to try this again. Let's check our surface info, and I'll keep that down here so people can see. So I want our horizontal speed to be about 0. Here we go. We're burning. Guess who's back? Layers Doe. Welcome back. It's basically a flying mock-up. Yes, right. How are the F1s ignitable without clamps? F1s don't need launch clamps to ignite. I don't think they've ever had to have launch clamps to ignite in RSS RORP1 because of some wacky designs that use F1s as second stages. Right, 400, 300, 300, 200. Oh, I want this 150. Let's kill that there. There we go. 4 meters per second. Lovely. I like that. That's good. That was a good burn. That's a very good burn. I'm happy with that. Here we go. So, Carnasa, I can't read that. I'm assuming that's going to be Norwegian, and I can't really translate that at the moment, so I don't know what that means. Early lift engines need the clamps all the time. Nope, these do not. These don't need clamps at least in RSS RORP1. Come back on the 4th so I can ban it too. Ban what to? On the 4th? Katniss has gone mad with power, banning everyone in the live stream.
God, and literally, it would be the funniest day when you take that spanner away from him. He will die inside.
I'm not going to take the spanner away from Katniss. Katniss is actually doing a good job.
No, but you could just do it for like 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes?
Like, where's 5 minutes of his life?
You're so mean.
No, but it would do. Ask him.
Alice is like, would it be the worst 5 minutes of Katniss's life if I took Spanner away, Katniss? What would you say? Katniss is doing 1984. No, Katniss is just helping out. So, Carnasa, I will speak Norwegian in the stream sometimes. English, but not much. Okay, Norwegian ball. Okay. That's fair. So, no. I mean, like in general, I played RP1 up to 1965 and the booster engines need clamps. I don't know about later stuff. Yeah, a lot of them do need clamps, like the LR105s, the LR89s, 87s all need it, I think. But yeah, no, the F1s actually don't. I think they were, I mentioned it previously on the live stream, they were thinking of making it so that, let's disable top staging and enable bottom staging will... Oh, how do I... Do I want to... Do I want to decouple that? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, they were talking about maybe... and then I want to press space. Yeah, here we go. I'll get there eventually. There's just a lot of things that I need to do. They were talking... Oh, god damn it. Why? Why did that do that? Like, come on. That's really, really, really annoying.
What's your language?
What did I say?
God damn it.
Yeah, that's not a bad word.
There's like 12-year-olds in that chat.
That's not a bad word.
Right.
Do you want bad words?
Say it.
Stop grandmothering my chat, you old prune. You look like a raisin and your breath smells like elderberries. That's kind of like a mix of like Monty Python and the Holy Grail and just something that's just making you... There is nothing wrong about Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's a friggin' hilarious film. Who are you that is so wise in the ways of science that knows that it's not a good film?
Oh my god.
And where did you get those coconuts from? Right, we're gonna go back to the vehicle assembly building. 82, classic 82 moment. Oh dear. Yes, a classic 82 moment. Indeed. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set the force... I'm going to set the decouple percent on these engines to be really low. Because we don't need to have them being, like, blasted off at the speed of light. So, yeah, they're 100 at the moment. And I feel like if I set this to, like, 0... we might have a better chance of, you know, not breaking everything. And on this stage, definitely, I'm going to disable the top staging and just enable the bottom staging, like that. And then that will go off at the same time as that. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay, that's good. Let's try this again and hopefully not completely break everything apart again. This is going to take a lot of test runs and a lot of test trials and a lot of basically pain in order to get this to land successfully on the moon. And then once I once I get over this bit, I need to figure exactly when I need to start my suicide burn, because I reckon like 0.01 second too late and we'll go smashing into the surface, and then any time before we'll just like go like whee and like fly off at the speed of 250 meters per second because we're using an F1 to land on the moon. Hello, White Mandarin, welcome to the stream. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is one of the best comedy movies. It is. It's a really good... You have no say in this. You just don't have any say. You haven't seen it, no. So you have literally no say in this whatsoever. It is a fantastic film. I went and saw, what was it called? A Spamalot, which was the musical.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I went and saw Spamalot in London when that was playing at the West End. I think it was the West End. It's just like one of the like theatre shows that was on with... my mum and my dad, like years and years and years ago, and that was honestly so funny. I think John Cleese was at the performance that I went to as well, because it was the opening night of it. Because like my family loved the Holy Grail, I loved the Holy Grail, so we all went to go see it on the opening night. And yeah, I think John Cleese was actually there. John Cleese, he's one of the Monty Python lot. He's also in Fawlty Towers. Oh, he's the main guy in Fawlty Towers.
Fawlty Towers
is it Basil Fawlty? I've never actually seen Fawlty Towers, so I don't know what his name is in it. So if you find Fawlty Towers funny, you'll almost certainly find the Holy Grail funny.
Because it's not funny. Do you know what I mean?
What?
No, do you know what I mean?
Whatever you do not mention the war. Isn't that like a whole episode that is probably really, really in bad taste these days?
My favourite person is like the receptionist. She doesn't know what's going on at all times.
Am I going back as well? I do plan on going back, yes. That's why we've got this stage here. This stage here is going to be our return stage. Basically, the angle, the position that I'm landing on the moon, which is this crater here, what I should be able to do is literally just point straight up, and that should get me back to Earth. I'm hoping, I might be wrong, we might have to fine-tune where we're actually going to land, but I think, yeah, this crater here is going to be a good place to basically just let this engine rip and send it all the way back to Earth. Hey, only 25 to go. Did she say it's not funny because no, she said it's funny because it's not funny. That was the words that came out of Alicea's mouth. It's funny because it's not funny.
Yeah,
talking about faulty towers.
Yeah, that is
Well, frick. Gah. Wait, does Carnasa have like an entire tutorial on how RORP1 works? I kind of do now. Over the past week, I have released a video every single day doing lunar impactors, lunar orbiters, early interplanetary, lunar landers. I'm going to be doing another lunar landing tutorial as well, which is a little bit better than the last one. Thank you, XBRSQ. I'm going to be able to say your name really quickly now for all of the donations. We're up to 28. Thank you very, very, very much. Facts indeed. Right, we're going to prepare to burn this now.
Where's your face?
Where's my face? Like there?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I know, because I'm in the game.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, I think you can see like two of the white dots from the sea.
Should I turn it on?
You can turn it on if you want to. You're gonna come and we've got a light from our wedding up there, which you can probably see like a little white dot in it. Yeah, horizontal velocity. Does it even work?
Yeah.
Some of them are missing. That's a pretty disgusting colour of yellow now as well.
Yeah, that's like rocket orange.
Money! Yes, good evening, y'all. Hello, Sushi Fox Studios. Welcome to the stream. What does the non-Hydrox engine lunar landing rocket use instead of Hydrox? Hang on. Let me just make sure that I'm not going to overburn this age. Surface horizontal speed. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to kill velocity now. And come on. And there we go. Yeah, but look, that is a perfect stage. 2 meters per second when it runs out of fuel. That couldn't be any better. That all works. Now what we're going to do is we're going to point this up and hopefully we don't lose the friggin' engine again. Carnasa, make a quick save. That is actually a good point. I can't quick save apparently because I'm in a... Can you not quick save in simulations anymore? Save game. Before decouple. Your hair's not going right. Oh no. Before decouple. Oh, there we go. F5 doesn't work. F5's not quick saving, and I don't know why. Wow, that's literally like exact. It really is 2 meters per second, and this entire stage was like 1,000. That couldn't go any better. What on earth is this doing? Why is it? What is going on? What is it doing? It's that is clearly not you pointing up. What is going on? What is happening? I don't like this. Right. Let's do this myself. Kill Rock. Let's turn the RCS on. We'll come here. We'll do this. We'll do this manually. I am a little bit worried that we're going to be landing straight on that cliff there. That would be a problem. That would be a big problem. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come and bite me in the arse when we come down. Right. Let's stick there. Because for some reason, up doesn't want to work. And I don't know why that is. It was just messing around, having a bit of a meltdown. Right, let's kill Rot and stay here. Surface horizontal speed. Like, we're literally moving 400 millimeters a second. This could not be any better. Now what we're going to do is hope and pray. There we go. Now we do this. We come up a little bit. The engine didn't break. Then we decouple this again. Come on. No. Why does that do that? Right, let's load the quick save and try that again. I honestly don't understand, because they're not clipping in any way, shape or form, yet the engine tries to break. I could actually get away without decoupling that top section, which I might do if it keeps doing this.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Bumped my head.
You bonked your head.
Bumped my head.
Bumped your head. Burnt you. What?
Bunt. Ben.
Bont? What the hell is that?
Ben.
Burn?
Yeah.
Why are you speaking like a weird person?
That's just what.
Alicia doesn't usually sit in these rooms with me whilst I stream, but
Whilst you stream.
press 7 for good luck. Come on, we can do it this time. Yeah, I think rather than actually ditching this decoupler, ditching the decoupler, what I'll do is I'll decouple this bottom stage, like so, and then we'll just burn the engine without decoupling this. It'll add a little bit of extra mass. Does it tell me how much this weighs? No, it doesn't, but we've got enough delta V on this stage anyway to land successfully, I think. Okay, right, let's go. We can do this. Gears out. Sun's out, gears out. And what we'll do is time warp, and yes, we are very close to that mountain. Although we're going to land somewhere in between the two. This actually might not be too bad. So I need to start this. I'm going to try going for 4.2 seconds. That's where I'm going to go for. 4.2 seconds. Suicide burn countdown. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. We've ullaged. We are pointing up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 4.2. We're firing up the AJ, not the AJ10, the F1. Here we go. Come on, suicide burn. Here we go. 300 meters per second. 200, 100, and we started that burn too early. Yes, that's a problem. So 4.2 seconds is too early. I wonder if we can still manage to get this to safely touch down on the surface, though. We are going to be moving pretty damn quick.
What's that laugh?
Your laugh or my laugh? I'm just firing up the RCS in the hopes that this will land safely. Bonk! Oh, come on, come on! No, don't fall the wrong way, please! Flip back round the right way, flip! Oh, no. Ah, there we go. Yep. Okay, so 4.2 seconds is too late. Let's try this again. This time, we're going to go for 3.9. I'm going to go for 3.9. We're going to gradually bring it down until I get right on the F1. Indeed. Nope, it'll die. No time for caution now. Oh, the stream has been going on for 1 hour and 25 minutes. It has indeed. Usually I stream for about 3 to 4 hours. Is how long my streams tend to last, but today is going to be a little bit shorter because one of my best friends is having a housewarming party, and we need to go all the way to London to go to their house to say, "Oh, nice house you've got here," and basically get probably. Are we drinking? I'm drinking.
Driving.
You're driving, so you definitely shouldn't be drinking. But yeah, no. So this stream is going to be a little bit shorter than a normal stream. Probably will be ending in about an hour's time, but I might be able to get the entire design done by then. I feel like this should work. I actually feel like this should work. I just need to... What just went flying off up there? Something just flew off. I'm fairly sure it did. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I feel like this should work. Maybe... I want to get it to land successfully, though. I want to touch it down on the surface. And I feel like we can do that. I'm going to go for 3.8 seconds this time. And hopefully... this will be the one. XBRSQ, last 7, thank you for the donations yet again. They have been absolutely amazing. If you're... Huh? If you're on the Discord or anything, or like, I can add you to that. Like, the amount of donations you've done today has been absolutely huge. I could add you to like the patron role, or the the member role that I've got on Discord. I don't know if I can send you like patron or member things though. I need to figure that out. I really need to figure that out. Right, so because it's a weird mix between the two at the moment. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.8. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, we're pointing up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I think this may have been a little bit too early. Maybe not. Oh, no. Why didn't it stop? Oh, god damn it. I pressed X. I think that would have been maybe okay. Although we still stopped a little bit too soon. I think the way I want to go for maybe 3.6. 3.6 might be okay. Let's try this again. We can do it. This is going to happen. 7, let's go. Nope, rip. You pressed it over a window. That's why. I know. I hate that MechJeb screens get in the way of like doing stuff, because a lot of the time, like, you're pressing surface, the surface mode on Smart ASS, and you want to stage, but you have to like move away from surface and then stage and then move back. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. 3.6, not great, but not terrible. 3.7 next time. I think, yeah, I feel like we went 3.8 that time, which was a little bit too early still. I might try 3.6, because that's another 0.2 of a second down. And if it's somewhere in between, then I've got real trouble. It's going to be difficult. But I feel like we can do this. I feel like it is definitely achievable. It's just these suicide burns are really difficult. Really difficult to predict and find out. And like usually, when I am planning on making this as a long-form video. But like when I make the video, obviously like all of these test runs and test trials will be cut out. You'll only see like the actual successful one. And a lot of the time when I do things like the upside down Saturn 5s and stuff like that, all of the weird janky rubbish that I do in RSSRO, there tends to be multiple attempts, but people don't see them because obviously all of the failed attempts are cut out of the videos. Or people think I'm good at KSP. I mean, oh no, wait, what the hell? Oh god. Right, okay. I still had throttle. I still had throttle going on, so we burnt the engine before I should have done. How about you don't suicide burn? I mean, I've got to suicide burn. There is no other way of landing this other than a suicide burn. Is Cosmo here? Hello, Cosmonaut Crash. Welcome to the stream. To the moon with only F1s. I can't help but feel like this is actually a cry for help. It definitely is. Rail Cowgirl, thank you for the donation. LSK, London Survival Kit. Thank you very, very, very much for that donation. They are definitely appreciated. But yeah, no, everyone, definitely go check out Cosmonaut Crash's channel as well. He is an RSSRO RP1 YouTuber. He is like basic. Can you stop interrupting me? No. He is like the grandfather of RP1, I think, is the affectionate name we give him nowadays. But yeah, no, he's got the longest running RP1 series on YouTube, or RP0 even, actually, because it started before RP1 was even a thing, and it's absolutely great. Definitely go give him some love. But thank you for the thank you for the donation. I will use that wisely to survive London. You definitely, yeah, surviving London is a tricky business. Something definitely flies off every time I decouple that. And I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's nothing important. I'm hoping it's nothing important. You're welcome. Tough economy these days. Indeed. Just getting to London, actually, is going to cost us a fair bit of money. We're going to drive to Stratford. Are we driving to Stratford? Yeah, we're going to drive to Stratford and then like either get the tube or walk the rest of the way.
There isn't a... Oh, we could get the tube, actually.
We could get the tube.
No, yeah, that's a good idea.
But even just driving to Stratford is going to cost quite a bit. I have to walk back at the end after I've been drunk on mead.
Tubes don't go that long till they... Oh, I'm going to be the mum.
Wait, what time are we leaving?
I'm going to be the mum, aren't I?
Are we staying like a real long time? I guess. No. If we're getting there for like 7. Right, okay, let's try this again. Out. They want to go out in London?
Yeah.
Do we look like we're millionaires? out in London? That's going to cost like £1 billion. No, it's not quite that bad. But London is a very expensive city to go out in.
For a glass of wine.
Surviving London sounds like a movie name. What was there was that film? It was like White House, like something has fallen, and then there was like London has fallen as well, wasn't there? You liked that film, I'm fairly sure. You watched that film. It's like an action film.
White House Down.
Might have been White House Down, and then like there's something London Down. There's like a series of them. I never watched them. So Olympus has fallen. Like... Olympus has fallen, and I think London. Oh god, I hit Z too early. I hit Z too early. God damn it! Because I was talking to you.
Who's the main actor?
The main actor. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Well, you must have heard of it.
Well, yeah, I've seen adverts for it.
I bet it's probably one of the.
Jeremy Butler, or what his name is. Is it? The one with Koreans. Olympus Has Fallen. Yeah, it was. 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is a fantastic film. I really like that film, but no, that's not the one I was on about. But yeah, no, I've never seen... What?
Oh, sorry, that's not.
I can't hear you half the time, and I just hear like in my ear, and it's like I'm trying to talk, and it. Don't swear at me. Don't swear at me twice. Don't stick your tongue out at me. I'm not saying that. What you just did. This is a safe for work stream. What are you doing?
I knew you wouldn't say it.
You're what?
I knew you wouldn't say it.
You knew I wouldn't say it. Of course I'm not going to say that. I'm not just going to say that vulgar move that you just did on my live stream and get, like, permabanned from YouTube. Oh my god, this ship, this is going to get you. This will. This absolutely will. I feel like this will be the one. This will be the one. 3.6 seconds. 3.6 seconds. I need to do it. I need to pay attention and not be distracted by Alicea over in the corner, and it will work. 3.6 seconds is the one. And I need to, you know, not chat absolute breeze whilst I'm doing this, because that is also a reason why things are failing. Right, we are 45 seconds away. I'm going to really be gluing my eyes to this now. And I think when I get to about here, we're going to start ullaging. Here we go. We're pointing up. 3.6 seconds I'm going to go for this time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.6. There we go. And come on. And I'm not going to hover over a window. I am just going to be pointing up, and I'm ready to hit X if need be. 300, 200, 100. Nope, that was too quick. That was too... It needs to be 3.7. We didn't burn off in time. Oh... What were you saying about this ship is going to be the death of me? Because it very well might be. This is going to be friggin' difficult. I wonder, how fast do we move? Yeah, no, this won't land successfully. That was a lot closer, though. 3.7 I'm going to try. Let's try this one more time. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Before decouple. 3.7 I'm going for. And if this doesn't do it, then I think what I might do is maybe just continue working on the rest of the craft. Although I need to land this in order to check that I can get back to Earth. And I don't have anything like hyper-edit on this save, so I can't land it. I can only start in orbit. So in order to make sure that this works, I need to land it successfully first, which is obviously easier said than done. You might wake up. No time for caution. Quick save. I've got a quick save. I've got a quick save in space just above. I don't want a quick save any closer. Or maybe I should make a quick save closer. A quick save closer might be better, but that also runs the risk of me being terrified and trying to do too much as soon as the quick save loads. Right, we are going to hit X. We're going to hit space. And propel ourselves away from this stage. Toggle the landing gear. And then time warp. And hopefully get ready. 3.7 seconds. 3.7 seconds is what we're aiming for. Come on, 50, 40, 20, 15. Let's go. I really could use with better burn time for this and slower physical time warp. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.7. Here we go. Come on. This is the one. It's beginning to believe. It is the chosen one. This is a really cool looking crater. Just. Oh, that is it. That is actually it. That is the way. That is the way. If I would have killed my velocity a little bit earlier, that would have definitely worked. And we still might work. Come on. No. Come on. Land. Yes! Sorry, I got really excited. It's done. 3.7 seconds was the one. Amazing. We've landed it. And look, there's just the F1 survived. There we go. We've landed an F1 on the moon. And that is just an F1 because the tank broke. So we've sent an F1 just to the moon. And now we're going to try sending an F1 straight back to Earth. Oh my God, it works. Well bloody done, Chris. Thank you, thank you. Also, hello, Mark. That is quite something. That is quite something. We've landed it. We did a suicide burn with just the F1. Amazing. Right, now, what I need to do is go back. And I have a feeling if I point straight up in this direction, this way, we'll burn this way, and it should send us straight back to Earth. I'm hoping. Although, I think what I want to do, rather than actually looking... Whoa! XPRSQ! Bloody hell! Thank you for the $120 donation. That's mental. That is absolutely mental. That's insane. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to have to figure out a way of providing something for that. That's insane. I'm speechless. Thank you very, very, very much. That's, yeah. I'm absolutely speechless. I think you might now be the biggest donation I've ever received on a stream. I think you might have overtaken Lightning Gamer.
There was someone else before.
No, Lightning Gamer was 100. So I think that is now the biggest donation I've ever had. It might have been in pounds, but dollars and pounds are about the same at the moment.
Are they?
Yeah, the pound has crashed recently. Every currency has crashed compared to the dollar because of all of the turmoil. Thank you very much. Quick save. Yes, actually, you know what? I am going to quick save here because that would be a really, really smart thing to do. Sorry, I got very distracted by that. That's absolutely... Thank you so much. We're going to do before takeoff. What I think I am going to do, I feel like just pointing up will get me in the position that I want to be. Like, we just want to take off this way, and that will get us to Earth. What I need to figure out, though, is when to stop my burn, because I want to intersect the Earth at maybe about 40 kilometers, because we don't have descent mode on this. So... although it doesn't really matter G-forces, so 32 kilometers might be all right as well. But I'm going to look at Earth the entire time. I'm not going to focus on the moon. I'm just going to be focusing on the Earth whilst I do this burn. So we're not actually going to see this happening. We'll hear it, but we will just look at it. Right, actually, you know, in order to start this up, I'm gonna look. If I come out of the map and come back in again, will I be? Yes, I will. I need to fire up this F1. And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable top staging and enable bottom staging. And that is there. I want that to come here. So we're going to fire up the F1, wait for it to spool up. Once it's spooled up, then we release and we go. Here we go. 7 is a good number. That is a good number. Apologies. Like in the game. Hang on. Where did they say something? Hello, give the man a wrench. Quick save. My conversion was off. I meant it to be 77.77. Oh, wow. I don't actually know what the conversion is at the moment. Like, obviously, I can only see it in the Canadian. I don't think it shows it. I can see my entire chat revenue in how much has been done. But thank you so much. And another F1 blows up. Yeah, that's why I've done this, in order to try and prevent this from blowing up. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to hit Z. There's no ignitions remaining on this. I know that, because they've only got one ignition. We're going to fire up the engine. Here we go. And once it's fired up, we're going to go. And I didn't even need to decouple, because we burnt that stage. Now we're going to look at Earth, and we're going to see. We're going to go straight up. Will this work? Will this work? Will this work? Will this work? Come on, come on. There we go. Yes, it absolutely will. Perfect. That is a good landing spot. And I overburnt that quite a lot, but that's what we've got RCS for. To slowly bring this back. This is actually going to work. Is it cheating if I use this RCS to, like, fine-tune my attitude? I could do this over and over and over and over again until I get the F1 to burn to just hit like 40 kilometers. That would probably take even more time figuring out than doing that suicide burn. So I could do it. It would absolutely be possible, but it's a lot more less time consuming if I just use the RCS to slow us down. Carnasa, get the slow-mo mod. I think I should. I think getting better time warp for this to start the burn and like really slow down everything so that once it kind of like gets here would be a lot better. Wait, isn't the F1 throttleable? It is, but it only goes down to about 74%. 74% of like 8,000 kilonewtons is not an awful lot. Are we even... Yeah, we are. We are kind of burning through our RCS. But it's not it's not doing an awful lot. Let's physical time warp and see if we can get this better. What might actually be better is pointing retro. If I point retro, and then use H because we're actually, our thrusters are pointing the correct way that way. Then what we do is we decouple that section and we are ready to go and we can control this from here. Is CH4 just an engine config changer adder? CH4 is basically just an engine mod, yeah. It adds a load of different engines. I don't think it adds any configs for already in the game engines, but it definitely adds like a load of cool new engines like the Advanced OTV engine, which is a Hydrolox engine that has like 492 seconds ISP in vacuum. It's insane. I used it a lot in the next millennia. It's a brilliant engine. Right, so we're going to aim for... I think we'll aim for 40 kilometers.
Is this 77.77?
I don't know if that's 77.7. It's just another $120 donation.
What the hell?
Thank you so much. Well, basically, my evening tonight is definitely sorted. Thank you very much. 77.78. Katniss, no, don't make XVRSQ spend all of their money. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You can go out now. Yeah, we can go out in London now. We can actually go out with our friends.
I'm not even drinking.
You're not even drinking. Right. Thank you so much.
Buy some expensive water.
You can buy some expensive water. Yeah, even water inexpensive is London. So I'm going to go for, I think, about 40 kilometers, like there. I'm going to quick save this. Save the game. Quick save. Before decouple of, what is it, the lander, the re-entry probe. Oh, that's another.
This?
What?
Just another 120. I don't know what the conversion is. I can't tell you the conversion, but
What is it?
119.94 Canadian dollars.
Right.
What is that converted into? I'm assuming GBP.
What is it?
They want 77.77.
116.
116?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's way off.
What's way off? 0.66.
0.66?
$1 Canadian, 0.66.
That can't be 116 then. Thank you so much for the donate. This has been like the most lucrative stream I've done. That's. Oh no. It's 119.94. Let's have a look. It's 119.95. What was it? I can't see. 119.94. And you put 177 point something.
I didn't hear you say because you've got the same
Egg.
7.
Hello, Space Egg. Wow. How much money have they spent? Quite a lot. My chat revenue is currently, for me, sat at nearly £310. So it's been quite insane. That's it. I'm not going to say what number that is because I don't want them to spend all of their money. But yeah, no, it was 77.7. You did it. Congratulations. Wow. Honestly, this has been absolutely insane. Right, yeah, we're going to go for, I think, about 35 kilometers. I'm going to turn off the RCS for now. What I'm going to do is we will decouple this ring decoupler here. Although we don't... does this have the solar panels? No, it does not. Yeah, we'll decouple this. If I go decouple now, and then wait, what are we controlling? We're controlling this. Oops, I don't want to control that. I want to control this. Here we go. This is definitely what we want. Yeah, there we go. We've got the thing here. Let's turn on all of these RCS pods manually. I'm really struggling with this now because I honestly don't know what to say. Shocked. I am in a literal state of shock.
Now you can buy me a PS5.
Now I can buy you a PS5. You've just literally got a PS4 that you got from your mum. Why? I can buy a CPU. I can. You want a PS5?
Yeah. Well, buy me a PC.
Buy you a PC. Okay.
Mine's broke.
Right, here we go. RCS is enabled. We can do a little bit of control with this. What I can also do is just make sure that this is perfect. I'm going to go for, 32. 32 I feel like is a good height. We are now going to time warp. We don't want to physical time warp. There we go. We're going to time warp and we're going to see if this is able to be recovered safely. Sorry, shuttle boy. Mason, changing history 4. Wait, CH4, yes. CH4, like either methane or changing history 4. But no, I'm assuming in the context that was being said in the live chat, it's definitely going to be changing history 4, which is a really, really, really cool mod. Really, really, really cool mod. Right, let's watch this. What do we want to do? Do we want to follow it on the map screen, like this way, or do we want to follow it on the actual flight screen? What would people prefer? See it come spinning back on the map, or actually watch it as Earth gets closer? I feel like watching it on the flight screen might be a little bit better, but you never know. What would people prefer? Flight. Okay, I've got to go. Fly safe. Thank you, Lines Craftman, for coming along. Enjoy the rest of your day. Flight, flight, flight. I have no idea what's happening here. Hello, Micro. We've just landed on the moon using only F1s. And we are now returning to Earth, having only used an F1. And we're bringing back a solitary F1 engine. And this, I don't know if this will burn up in the atmosphere, but we'll see. All right, so we're going flight screen. I've got this set up so I know exactly when we're going to get back, but here we go. We're going to go 10,000, and let's see. Will it survive re-entry? Will the parachute... Actually, I'm going to arm the parachutes. I'm going to arm them. Let's turn that off. Yeah, there we go. Parachute. Arm parachute. Arm parachute. And then we'll just keep going. I think if this works, if this completely works, I've done the hard part now. Building the launch vehicle around this is going to be a lot easier, I think, than actually designing the craft that lands on the moon. That was going to be what took the most time. And basically, Carnasa, check your staging. I'm not actually going to stage this at all now. I don't want to mess around with staging. I've armed the parachutes in this way to make sure that I don't mess up anything with staging. I'm not going to press spacebar at all. I know there's a double stage event there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. So we're not going to do anything with staging, but what we are going to do is, because this is pitch black, I'm going to turn up the vacuum light levels so we can actually see what's going on. Because we are unfortunately coming in over the night time of Earth, which is a little bit sad. Huh? No, I mean, it would be nice to see the F1 not burning up in the atmosphere. It looks like we're coming over a populated area, though. There's a lot of city lights around. Right, we are now 490 kilometers up. Let's point retro. Let's turn on our RCS. Why is that not working? Oh, it is. It's just being incredibly slow. Why is our retrograde marker gone? Oh, it's just kind of disappeared. Rip, another F1 will bite the dust. Hopefully not. Attempt 3. What do you think of playing with remote tech signal delay and writing KOS scripts to land on other planets? Feels a lot more realistic and challenging. Sorry if that was your third attempt to send that message. I do try and read chat, but obviously this is this has been quite a tense live stream. I used to really enjoy remote tech when it was kind of like the main mod that you used for Realism Overhaul and RP1, but to be honest, now when I play, it's just a little bit egregious. like I find there are fun ways of making the game more challenging, like RP1 and RO. I like those mods because it makes the game more challenging, but at the same time it kind of like maintains a level of fun that I enjoy. Whereas remote tech, dealing with like science and signal delay, and it can get really irritating, but I guess with things like KOS you kind of get over that fact. I know remote tech's stock way, or like the main way that remote tech handles it is like pre-planning burns, but I found that to be a little bit weird at the best of times when I've used it before. It is a good mod, and it does add certainly something that's very interesting and like obviously a in real life problem, like signal delay. It's a real thing. Mars is what, like 8 to 15 minutes signal delay to Mars, so yeah, it's cool, but personally it just, I find it a little bit too egregious for my liking. The F1 is being radiated. No, it's going to come back greener. We entered the Van Allen belts and now we've been blasted by radiation. Oh well. Anyway. Carnasa, would it be cool to play For All Kerbal Kind with LMP? I mean, the way that we do For All Kerbal Kind is we each have our individual save. And to be honest, like, it takes so long to film all of the episodes with everything that's going on. Like, I think the way that we do it is probably better than doing it as a multiplayer save. I don't know though, but I am going to be filming some more For All Kerbal Kind this week. I'm currently just waiting on one of the other nations to offer something to me. I'm at a point in my save where I have to wait upon one nation to help me out with a certain mission that I am going to be flying. I'm not going to say any more than that because it will be in the next episode, but it should be pretty cool. I've got quite a lot planned for the next few episodes, actually. I'm going to be progressing a lot faster than I originally anticipated, which is going to be really quite fun. And yeah, we're gonna get out and do a lot of things sooner than I thought, which will be great, because hopefully it means we should catch up to the Soviets and the US in record time. Lunar would hate their For All Kerbal Kind save. I mean, if I go on the For All Kerbal Kind... Oh dear. Ah, yeah, the engine's too heavy. No! We can't return the F1. The mass is too much. There's too much mass at this end. We need more mass down there. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Ah, damn it. Okay. All right. Well, we can land on the moon, and we can return from the moon. But what I need to do is try and figure out a way of making it so that this F1 right here doesn't burn up on re-entry. And I don't think I'm going to need to like simulate the moon landing. What I can do is I can get into an orbit of the moon, plot out a maneuver to Earth. It's basically going to be the same way. That was a little bit sad. But yes, what I'm going to have to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to have to balance out this payload a little bit so that it doesn't flip around. Or alternatively, what I could do is if I open it, F1 test, I could just flip the engine around. That might work. We're not actually ever going to fire this engine, and it might mean that it works, or place another heat shield on top of it. These are options. We have options. I can grab another 5-meter heat shield here. So I want a Lunar rated heat shield that will be 5 meters. Is that 5 meters? I can't see underneath the Delta V stats. If I come 7 meters, 5 meters. So I can either do that, I can place that there to try and prevent this from... So no matter what direction we're coming from, we've either got this heat shield blocking the worst of atmospheric re-entry, or we've got this heat shield blocking the worst of atmospheric re-entry. Or, alternatively, I could try and flip this F1 so that it's facing that way, although that still might have... I think I'm going to go for this. Although, that being said, the parachutes are on top of that, which I am going to need to change. I need to move those somewhere... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We'll need to move these somewhere different. I think maybe what we do, yeah, and I want to move that down a little bit so that it's like actually attached there. No, there we go. We've got an F1 wearing a hat. I'm losing my mind with RP1. RP1 is very difficult to get into. I have obviously been doing tutorials this week. I am planning on doing some more. I'm probably going to do another Lunar landing tutorial tomorrow. Because I've designed the craft for it, I've actually filmed it flying. It's going to be shorter because basically it's the exact same mission, just a little bit different. But, God, I'm like Robin Schabotsky from How I Met Your Other.
Schabotsky.
But, like they play a drinking game every time, like she says, but, on her news reports, everyone drinks.
That'd be me, but...
What was I going to say? I went off tangent then, I'm very sorry. Let's see what chat's been saying. But if Saturn has a critical failure at any point, it would solidify Beardy as the victor. Yes. Me and Beardy were talking about this last night. And basically, Beardy really only has a chance now if one of the Saturns fails. It's going to be tight, and yeah, I won't say any more, but we were having a chat about it last night. We'll see what happens. Failing Saturn is definitely unlikely. Right, where do I put these parachutes? I do not want them to be on the F1, because all we want on the surface of Earth, eventually, is going to be just the F1. Just the F1. I suppose what I could do, maybe, is... This is going to look probably a little bit weird, but we'll get a balloon tank like this. We do this, set its diameter to be really, really, really minuscule, maybe like 39 mils. Then I come and grab this. Come on, let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. There we go. And then I place like 2 of these on this. Place 2 of these, if I can get to it, on this procedural avionics core. But it's or on the decoupler. The decoupler works as well. And I only place 1. Fabulous. I want 2. Oh, that's not working, so I need to come into here, reset mode and snap keys. Now that should work. Yes, perfect. Let's make that 90 and do this again. Cool. Same, I'm for a Soviet win. It would be interesting to see the Soviets win, but I think even if the US wins, which I don't know, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen yet. What would be, I think what's interesting is that Beardy's N1s, he can build those in a matter of like a month, whereas it takes N9 a ridiculously long time to build a Saturn V, or a Captain V even. Alisea laughing. So in the long term, currently, I think the Soviets have a more sustainable way of like getting to the moon, getting to and from the moon. So yeah, I'm gonna place like a couple of these on here just to, you know, like have them kind of come out a little bit, and that might make it a little bit more so that the parachutes aren't clipping through the heat shields. It's just a parachute on a stick. What on earth am I doing? What am I doing? I honestly don't know. This is getting a little bit silly, but we'll try this. Our parachute on a stick plan has to work. I want it to be covered by the heat shield, by both ends of the heat shield. We'll see if this works. If this doesn't, I'll come up with another idea, and then we'll decouple the top. Hopefully it doesn't break the F1. Hopefully these all break apart, and we'll see if this works. And I think what I'm gonna do is we'll save this as F1 test, and I know that this can land successfully on the moon, although we've probably lost a little bit of Delta V here and there, but to be honest, we had more than enough anyway, so this will be fine still. What I'm gonna do is just save this as F1 test, and then I'll save this as a new vehicle, and it's going to be F1 or what is it called? EDL test. F1 test, EDL test, and we'll save this up. So hey, any plans on doing another Terra Invicta stream soon? I might do another Terra Invicta stream. I just had the idea to do this last night, and I was like, I really want to see if we can land on the F1, land on the moons using only F1s. But I might do another Terra Invicta stream, probably carry on the same game that I was doing. I've not actually touched that game since the last stream. I've not touched the entire game since the last stream, because most of my past week time has been spent on doing all of those tutorials. All right, so what do I need in order to get back to Earth? Just this. Just need this stage. So I'm going to get rid of that. And we will do that. And now this is the F1 test, EDL test. We'll simulate this in orbit of the moon. That fires, and then we need all of these to go. Why are they all split into... That's really, really, really... You know what? We can just do that, to be honest. And then I'll move that there, and then we'll move that up there. Then what have we got? Then that. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And we'll simulate this. We'll go for like a 200-kilometer orbit around the moon at 28.6 degrees in 11 days. Why? No, let's just do it now. Just do it now, because we don't need to worry about where we're landing this time. Well, a failure in the whole Apollo stack or the landing isn't that unlikely, so maybe there is some chance. Could you imagine, right, if N9 got all the way to the moon and the lunar module descent engine failed as he was like 50 meters above the surface? How like gut-wrenching, how like terrible that would be. That would be awful. I know Beardy, N9 doesn't really have a backup plan for that. Beardy does. Obviously, he's got the backup engines on the LK lander. So that's, I think if there's, and he's also got another lander that's landed already on the moon. So it's certainly going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be interesting. Right, anyway, we're going to burn back to... What the frick is going on here? What on earth is going on with this? Right, let's... stage, and there we go. That should fix that from being completely wonky. And we're just going to burn to Earth. So we're going to add a maneuver. We're going to go for this. And let's get that down to... We want that down to about 32. I might get Mekjeb just to perform this maneuver because, you know, it should be able to do it quite accurately, I feel. But I might be wrong. Right, let's... 153 kilometers. You know what? That's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. Node in 2 hours and 25 seconds. We should have more than enough electric charge to do that. We've got 83 days worth. Carnasa, has Beardy made the config for his VK engine? The test light, or test flight config. Test light, yeah, we got test light. Yeah, he has made a config for that to have failures now. I'm fairly sure. I love the game. Trying to fine-tune the AP and PE in a perfect orbit. Yes, that is always there's always a struggle. Yeah, that's what was going on there with like the apoaps and the periaps, or apaloon and peraloon, or paracene and apacene. I don't actually know the different names for the lunar ones, but yeah, it was kind of like having the dance of death because it couldn't quite decide where it wanted to be. Right, we are now 9 minutes away from our maneuver, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mekjeb to point this at the node. We are then, or we'll point at the node, then I'm going to get maneuver planner out. We're going to do this and see if Mekjeb can actually handle this really quick burn, because that's going to be a burn time of 4 seconds to get us back. And that's how long it takes for the F1 to spool up. So I don't know if it's going to have a little bit of a cry around that. Tolerance, I reckon we go for a tolerance of about 7.5 meters per second, or maybe like 17.5 meters. No, we'll go for 10 meters per second tolerance. So that's basically when it'll abort the maneuver if it's like within 10 or minus 10 meters per second of what you've plotted out. We are going to execute that, and hopefully this gets us back. 700 meters per second tolerance. Yeah, I feel like that might be roughly where we want to go for this, because this is going to be ridiculous, like this burn. I'm going to actually ullage way before, so just to make sure that this all works fine. And there we go, and we start, and there we go. We are go. How well will this perform the maneuver? Well, we didn't spin out of control, which is a good sign. We actually burnt that before Mekjeb. There we go, that's perfect. That was actually pretty good. We actually completed that burn before the F1 engine had time to finish its startup sound effect. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Right, come on. Second time's the charm. Second time is the charm. We're going to try and land this. Have I got caps lock on? No, I don't. It's just really slow. Let's try and get this down to 40... About 30. 32 kilometers. Just using the RCS to fine-tune this. 3 kilometer per second. 3 kilometers per second. Why are we pointing the wrong way? No! God, no! Oops. Oops, that was just a huge waste of Delta V. No! Or RCS fuel. I suppose it is still Delta V. Let's do this. We'll get to 40-ish. I'm going to leave it now whilst we point back at prograde. And then we'll give that a couple of hits. And we'll go like 32. 32, turn RCS off. Decouple this, which should just be... Let me just check. No, that's going to do that. Oh, and look, it doesn't explode when I don't care about it. So that's weird that it does when I do. Right, okay, we're going to... Oh, no, I've added another heat shield. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Do we still have control? I have a feeling that I might not have control over this because the heat shield might have added more mass. Oh my god, there's so many things that you need to worry about. It doesn't really matter which direction we're coming in. We're either going to be going this way or this way, so I'm sure we'll be fine. He says without any confidence at all. RCS thruster. Applause for mechanized Jeb. Yeah, oh, we do have control. No, we don't. No, yeah, we do. We do. Oops, I've turned on only one and now we're going into a spin. Come on. Give me all of the RCS thrusters. All of them. Let me, because I can't really do it because the heat shield and the F1's in the way. Like, why is it not showing me all of them? Right. Show me all of them. No, you're not going to show me all of them. You're only going to show me one. Thank you, game. Oh, right. So I'm going to have to get in and do this. Come on. Where are you? Grab. Oh, this is so annoying. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. Right, let's make that there. Why does it not show me? Right. Can we kill rotation? Has that worked? I think that's worked. Yes, it has. Awesome. Yeah, no, I don't like staging when you've got like weird stages like this because there's a chance that you press spacebar and something goes terribly wrong. So in order to kind of like not do that, I like going in and pressing things myself on the actual craft. But obviously, like, yeah, that wasn't going to happen with all of that. Oh no, or sideways, yeah. What's sideways? Wouldn't you want to wear a brake more for re-entry just so it's more stable? I mean, we're going to be aero braking pretty damn hard when we come in. 32 kilometers is pretty low down, considering the atmosphere starts... yeah, we're even higher up now. Considering the atmosphere starts at, what, like 140, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. I think that's usually what I go for an Apollo capsule. But that will also be using descent mode. This time, I'm not going to be using descent mode because I don't have descent mode installed on an F1 engine, funnily enough. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Right, let's get ourselves a maneuver here. So in 5 days and 7 hours, we are going to be back at Earth. Let's try this. Where is Earth? Earth, where are you? I cannot see the Earth. Am I being blind? Is it up? Earth? Where has our home planet gone? Where is it? I can't even see the moon now. So, there it is. Lovely. And we're on our way back. I meant more of a multiple pass aero brake, my bad. Okay. We could do that. That might not be the worst of ideas, but I feel like we should have enough ablator to be able to do it in one go. The main problem with doing multiple passes is having to reorient the craft every time we re-enter the atmosphere, and I know we've got like a heat shield on both sides, so that shouldn't be too difficult. But at the same time, like if it comes in like this way and I've run out of RCS fuel, because I don't have an awful lot, then that would end up being a problem, which I don't really want to witness. Right, here we go. We're getting irradiated again by Earth's radiation belts. But we are going to be coming down in the day this time, which is kind of like why I wanted to make sure And I think what we want to do is we want to stick prograde. Because we came in this way before, and I feel like the heavier end of this is definitely going to be this side. So if we stick prograde, this will definitely be the way that we want the heat shield. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to start the simulation 11 days in the future, because obviously we came down at night, and I thought maybe moving it back to where we are currently would mean that we get a little bit of a better time. Batteries may not last. That too, although I mean, yeah, we've only got 3 days worth of electric charge on this now, and we've got no solar panels on board this stage in order to try and safely recover it. Okay, let's... Oh, we are going to sort of come down in the dark. That's a little bit annoying. Here we go. We are re-entering. We are over. I'm not entirely sure where we are. Let's have a look. Where are we coming over? Oh, is that, like Southeast Asia, I think. So, somewhere around South... Or is this Australia? No, is this like Indonesia? My geography is really failing me now, because India's there. I can see India, so yeah, this is kind of like Indonesia and Southeast Asia, the Philippines, all of those kind of islands, I think. Philippines, yes. I'm going for 50k with the capsule. 30 kilometer, all my Kerbals get unconscious even with entry mode. Really? 30k seems to be kind of like the magic number for me. Right, we are sort of maintaining attitude here. Something is overheating. That's over... Oh, God. Oh, why did that happen? Why did that overheat? Why did that overheat? It should have been fully protected by both of these heat shields, but no. I mean, we'll get this stage back. Just fine. That's really annoying. The shield too small. Yeah. It is a 5-meter shield, and that is a 5-meter diameter heat shield. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. But this, I mean, we got the heat shield back. That's a little bit sad. Oh well. Right, we're going to revert back to vehicle assembly. And unfortunately, that is going to have to be where I end the live stream, because as I've said multiple times, I am going to one of my mates' housewarming parties, and we need to be leaving very, very, very shortly. But thank you everyone for coming along to the stream. Thank you for the incredibly generous donations. £307 worth. That's insane. I can't. Where was it? Where's one of them? XBRSQ. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so incredibly much. Just absolutely blown away. And Rail Cowgirl as well. Insane. Absolutely insane. But no, I am going to be working on this a little bit more. I might do another stream for it. If people would like to see another stream, let me know in a comment on this stream if you want to see me carry on with this and build the launch vehicle. And also make sure that the entire like EDL section of the mission works too. Yeah, let me know in a comment. But until the next time, which I think will be a video coming out tomorrow if I get the chance to edit it, I have been Carnasa, and I will see you later.